Hey, yeah. Yeah, that's how you come back. Like, please stop playing with my DJ, y'all. What's up? Happy Tuesday. I am so excited to be back here. Okay, listen, I missed y'all last week. There was a lot of stuff going on, but I missed y'all, and I'm very, very grateful to be back. I'm very excited to see y'all. I see Casper in the building. I see Coco Fairy in the building. I see Barry. I see Dangerous. I see y'all. What's up? How y'all feeling? It is good to be back. We got the North Pole up here. Florida's up in here. Oh, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. It is Tuesday. This is Modern Day Bay. My name is Elle The Druggg, and this is the only live stream podcast exploring self love and healthy modern day relationships. All right. We are going to get into the things of tonight, the topic. But before we get into all of that, let's get into some announcements. Okay. I want to tell you guys what we've got going on the app each and every week. And please remember, all of these times are in Eastern Standard Time. All right. On Mondays, we kick off the week with Geek Out with Casper. That is at 8 p.m. And that is followed by Empowerments with my girl Nikki 24/7. That is at 11 p.m. And then on Tuesdays, we do this thing called Tag Tour Tuesdays. That's whenever we start off the night with Top Bad Jokes on You for Tough Talk Tuesdays. That's at 9 p.m. Followed by Talk to Me Nice by Double, okay, over in Double Stream. That's at 10. And then you already know what's going on. Tuesdays at 11. You already know what, WTF going on, okay? Stop playing. On Wednesdays, you guys can tap into a new show. It's called Sauce Sessions. It comes on every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. What is happening? Did we have 56 milli? Oh my gosh! It was right there. Dangerous. He lives up to his name, ladies and gentlemen. That man is dangerous. Shout out to the 56 milli on the board. Dangerous. Thank you so much. I see you. Rainmaker's in the building too, y'all. Oh my goodness. I gotta stay focused. I gotta stay focused. Y'all throwing eggs. I gotta stay focused, okay? Sauce Sessions, 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, y'all. Okay, on Thursdays, y'all can tap into A Gangster and a Gentleman. That is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is by the new Dangerous. All right, he's over there with N4W Toxic every single Thursday. So make sure y'all tap in. And right after that, y'all can head on over to Rainmaker stream at 10, okay? Because he does Poly Talk over there with Gatsby D Sauce and, of course, Miss Bella Donna, okay? Then on Saturdays, you guys can tap into Divine Living with Miss Divine. That's how she be saying her name, y'all. That's every single Saturday at 11 p.m. So make sure y'all tap in for that. And, of course, on Sundays, you can tap into you can tap into PenFlow on Sundays. I don't know what else is happening on Sundays right now. Okay, make sure y'all tap into PenFlow every Sunday at 9 p.m. It is the only featured poetry workshop on the app. So make sure y'all tap in over there, okay? Y'all, I want to give a big shout out to my bosses of the week. You know what? I didn't stream last week. I'm not gonna lie, but the week before that, when I actually did these show notes, it was Top Badge Double in that bronze crown, silver the new Dangerous, and gold was Top Badge Casper. So shout out to them because they always show support. Anyway, hello, we love them. All right, y'all. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Modern Day Bay Podcast. Make sure you tap in over there. If you're interested in sponsoring a segment or a show or a season or whatever, we've got packages for that. So make sure you hit me up, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the podcast wherever you watch it from, because we be everywhere. So make sure y'all tap in and make sure y'all subscribe so you get the alerts. All right. Want to give a big special thank you to our team. That'd be Casper, our creative director, Barry Brule, our booking manager, King Lido, who, by the way, is celebrating a birthday today. So if you see Lido, make sure you tell him happy birthday. That's our tech support. Tawag CEO is our videographer, and DJ Rich Beats is our in-house DJ. So shout out to them. That's the team. They make the wheels go round. So shout out to them. All right. Make sure y'all fave up my DJ too. He gonna be back at the end of the show, but right now y'all gotta fave him because he about to go. Okay, y'all see I had bars there. Period. Yeah, baby. Okay. All right. So if you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Modern Day Bay. My name is Elle The Druggg, and I am so excited to be back. We took last week off, but we are back this week with a great topic. But before I jump into that topic, I do just want to address something very quickly. Okay. I do not like doing this on the show. However, um, life is real, right? So, last week, one of my streamer friends, one of the members of the tag community did pass away. She went by Moon. She was a beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul, and it would not be fair for us to move on without saying rest in peace and that you will be missed, Moon. So thank you for being who you were and for allowing us to get some of that beautiful energy that you have. And rest easy, baby girl. But we love you. And if anyone was affected, or for those who were affected, we are definitely sending our deepest condolences from Modern Day Bay to you guys. Okay, so thank y'all so much for giving us that time. But yes, rest in peace, Moon. She will be missed. All right. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's topic, y'all. So this topic been festering for a week because I told y'all last week I wasn't planning on not doing the show. Okay. I had every intention of doing it. However, I got sick. It was out of nowhere too. I don't know what was going on. Okay. I don't know what was going on, but it was out of nowhere. I got sick. So these notes were written from last week, y'all. So they've been festering for a little while. You know what I'm saying? The Boss Bay panels had them. I've had them. Our guest co-host has had them. So we don't know what tonight's going to bring. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know. But tonight we are going to talk a little bit about rosters. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about reality. Okay. Because some of y'all don't be living in it. Okay. So we're going to talk about rosters and reality tonight. I like that answer. Dangerous. What's that? It's a good one. All right. Tonight's topic, you guys, came from our guest co-host, and it's a question we see floating around the internet a lot. Okay. Why do women expect men to cut off all their lovers and take your word that you did the same? Now, instead of leaning into assumptions, gender wars, or internet narratives, we want to explore this with real honesty. Okay. Where does this belief come from? What do we actually mean when we say cut off your lovers? Is this about trust? Is this about control? Is this about past hurt? And more importantly, what happens to both men and women when we build relationships on suspicion, double standards, or outdated gender roles? Tonight isn't about attacking anybody's opinion. It's about understanding the roots, the harm, and the truth. Because relationships don't survive off vibes and assumptions. They survive off clarity, integrity, and accountability on both sides. So grab your snacks, pour up your wine, and buckle up, Buttercup. It's time for Modern Day Bay. All right, you guys, let me go on ahead and get queued up. We about to bring up the guest co-host. Y'all ready to meet tonight's co-host? I'm real excited about it. Yeah, just sometimes you play a little Christmas music and then it just wants to be queued up all the time. That's really not what's going on here. Okay, we got to get this one together. All right, y'all ready to meet tonight's guest co-host? Y'all ready? I need y'all to get ready. Do me a favor, get those chest pieces ready. All right, get those chest piece emojis ready because we about to bring them up. All right, we about to bring them up. So, joining us for tonight's conversation is tagged favorite co-host. He is the host of the Reggie Awards, co-host of Last from the Throne, Mr. Call a Friend on Venus versus Mars, and he's also a co-host on Miss Unique's new show, Pillow Talk. With all of that on his resume, we are lucky to welcome him to the MDB stage. But if I'm being honest, I'm super excited to have this guest because he thought it was a good idea to describe himself as the Kevin Samuels of Tagged when he was filling out our intake form, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but if you know me, and y'all do, this should be interesting. So chat, I need y'all to bring the energy. I need y'all to bring the fire. I need y'all to drop those chest emojis in the chat because we are going to welcome up Okay, I'm not doing this without the chess pieces, y'all. The man done told me he got the chess pieces. I need to see the chess pieces in the chat, y'all. I need to see the chess. Just want to see a whole bunch of black chess pieces in the chat. Can I see some chess pieces in the chat, please? Okay. Oh, okay. Y'all heard me? Yeah, y'all. Let's welcome Mr. Johnni Blaze. Yeah. Yeah. Period. How are you today? You like it? Mm-hmm. Oh, check you out. Congratulations. You're welcome. Hold on now. Okay, there we go. Let's okay. Period. Okay, so yes, congratulations. That's exciting. We love a good promotion, you know. We love a good promotion. And you know, I was a really good phone a friend, so it's a big job to fill. I understand having to, you know, move around to be successful. Okay. So so Johnny, how you feeling? I'm excited to have you here. Mr. K is in the building. Hi, Mr. K. Um, yeah, you feel I'm excited. I'm excited. We gonna get into this. First of all, though, I have something that I have. So okay, you had sent me a picture for the flyer, and it was very much giving jail photo. Why do we do that to me? Hmm. No, but you holding up. It's not about it. You holding up the little number sign. I was like, now Johnny. Free the guys. The chat said free the guys. Okay. It was giving chat it was giving AI. It was a good photo, yes. It was giving AI just, you know, I was like, we got to get the flyer together. I had to do some cutting and pasting and you know, but you know, we made it work. Oh.
Security and computer science.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just playing around with it, and I wanted something showing my face because I'll do a lot of shows and they'll say, do you have a picture with you showing your face? And I was like, nah. So I guess you could just
Oh.
say that was me being rebellious, I guess.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, look, we got it. We
But
got you
Johnny ain't go
here,
to
so
jail,
we not
even
going.
though I did get served today.
Oh no. You had an eventful day. What you get served for? Can we ask that? 808.
Oh no, shoot, Johnny don't hold no secrets. Child support.
Ciao. Serving during December is crazy. There's certain things that I just don't think that should happen during December, like bills, anything that has to do with extra money, y'all, because Christmas be expensive. Y'all kids is expensive. I don't, child, okay. But well, you know, we gonna root for Johnny. We gonna wish you the best in that endeavor, okay? Um, so, but I do want to talk about this topic here, okay? I do
Mhm.
want to get into some things. So, really quickly, I do have a question that I ask every single co host that comes on the show. And that is in one word. What is the one characteristic you need in your modern day Bay?
Peace.
Peace.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm too old to be sitting in the parking lot. I mean, in the parking lot, in the driveway, trying to woosah. You know what I'm saying? I
Trying
don't
to
know,
woos up.
dude.
You be
Yeah.
so you one of those people that sit in the car whenever you pull into the driveway, you sit there for a minute until you're ready to go in?
Oh, I've been married and divorced. Absolutely.
Goodness.
I've been married before. It's for the birds.
For the birds, that's a whole nother topic. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that later, Johnny. But I want to get into tonight's topic. I kind of introduced it. Y'all heard what we talking about tonight. We're talking about rosters, we're talking about expectations, we're talking about reality a little bit. So we're gonna get into it, Mr. Kevin Samuel the tag. So let's just go with like what made you where'd that question come from? From what were you inspired?
Um, you want me to be honest?
Yes.
What
Of
was the
course.
question? Because I sent
Oh
that
my
to you like
god.
a month ago. I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
hey, I was trying to
You
think like,
wasn't
yo,
you
what did
wasn't
I send you?
listening during the intro, huh?
No, 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 no. Well, you know what? You might have said the question that I said,
And I
and
did.
I don't remember that I sent it to you.
You were like, you know what? I should pull up the Google form. You were like, straight off the dome. I'm nice like that. That's what you wrote on the form. But hold on, let me get the exact question here. You were like, why do women expect men to cut off all their lovers and take your word that you did the same? That's verbatim what you wrote, and then you put straight off the dome. I'm nice like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, there you go. That's why I didn't remember it. Like it was straight off the dome. My bad. It was a
Period.
freestyle.
Period. So
Hmm.
was it free? So what was anything? Did something trigger that or inspire that or motivate that question or like where'd that come from?
That was about 3 weeks ago. It was probably something that I was just got they contemplating on or something like that. But I mean, wouldn't you from the opposite sex kind of agree with that situation? Like, do you if you had a dude, wouldn't you expect him to cut off all his ties? Would you cut off all your ties too? Like, I mean, if it's expected.
So right, like that's the thing. If that's the expectation, then of course, right? But the expectation has to come from both of us. So if we both agree to that expectation, and then that's what it like we're both cutting people off. See, my thing about it was like the proof. I thought that that was interesting, and then my thing about it too is like why you kind of pose the question, why do women expect men to cut off their lovers? Like, well, I mean, like monogamy is a thing. And I know that that's not everybody's thing, right? We're going to get multiple perspectives on the Boss Bay panel tonight. But what's interesting, right, is that no matter what type of relationship you're in, you have to be honest. You have to be transparent. You have to be forthcoming with information and honest, right? So like why would it if we're on that vibe, why wouldn't you cut them off? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Okay. So would you throw all your cards on the table and in hopes that the your significant other does the same?
I would
And,
I
and
would
would you throw every card on the table, or would you keep one and just have your back against the wall and just be all in?
see, yeah, I would because what would be the point if you're not gonna do it? My daddy always told me, if you're gonna do something, don't do it half-ass. You know, like that you move with a sense of purpose, and if you're gonna do something, don't do it half-assed. So why would you set your relationship if you believed in it and you loved this person and you wanted to work with this person? Why would you set them up for a disadvantage? Why would you set y'all up for a disadvantage?
Um, well, the way I was raised, where I was raised from, if you ain't got a ring on it, you single. So I'm not gonna throw all my cards in on just us courting each other because I'm not trying to be standing in the storm with the speaker box over my head, and I ain't trying to be crying down those shower walls, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, so let's do this.
Mm.
Just for the sake of the conversation, this is the point in the relationship where y'all have dated and you both like each other and you're both in a place where it's time to decide if you're going to be exclusive or not, right? So
Mhm.
like if you both decide that that's what you want, why wouldn't you cut off so you're telling me that when you get in a relationship, you're not cutting everybody off?
Yes and no. Yeah, yeah. I mean, for the most part, like, is it really cutting everybody off, or is it falling back? I'm falling back.
So you're not cutting anybody off, but you're just going to ghost them, and then whenever the opportunity needs to present itself, it has the opportunity to. That sounds like you're setting yourself up for failure. So here, let's talk about why men like self-sabotage. Now that's a different topic for a different day.
Yeah,
But like that's
yeah. Let's go
super
ahead while
that's
you got 100. Yeah, let's do this for the 189 other folks in here. Go ahead.
I'm just I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't that be the expectation? That's what you would want from her, just like you said, right? That's what you would want your significant other to do. So if that's what you would want, like, I don't understand why you wouldn't do it. I don't understand. Is it
Is that
me?
what you want, or is that what you expect?
If we are moving forward in a romantic setting that is operating on monogamy, Yeah, that's actually the definition. Right? It's not an expectation. That would be the definition.
By
That's what you
definition, what do
would
you mean
need
by
to do.
monogamy?
Huh?
By definition, what do you mean monogamy?
So I mean, I'm sorry. So not the definition of monogamy. I mean the definition of like being in a committed relationship situation, right? Like in a commitment whenever you both, that's like the basis of being in a relationship, right? Is
Is
a
is
monogamous relationship.
do you consider emotional cheating cheating?
Yes.
So is that all communication, or is it like
Bro, we're not going to even get much on this topic because he says so many
I mean
things. How is emotional cheating not cheating? Do you hear how you called it emotional cheating?
I
And then you're
don't
like, is that
I mean
cheating?
personally me, it's kind of hard for a guy. It's different for look. There's a difference between a female emotional cheating and a guy emotional cheating. Guys
Oh
can
my
cheat with a woman
God.
that they don't like, and I mean, it is what it is.
That's
You gotta like something about it.
asinine.
You gotta like something about a dude to cheat. Have you ever cheated on a dude before?
Never. I've never cheated
Not
on a person. Never.
emotional or physical or anything.
Never. Not once. Because I have the ability to say no. I'm self aware and I'm intentional. It's amazing what happens when you live your life that way. But we're going to get into that in a second. Y'all, this is Modern Day Babe. My name is ELLE The Druggg. This is the only live stream podcast exploring self-love and healthy modern day relationships. I'm here with Johnni Blaze tonight. We already going back and we didn't even get to the topic, y'all. We didn't even get to the topic. I don't know what's going to happen. But at this point, we're gonna bring up the Boss Bay panel because it's getting a little heavy. It's getting a little hot. It's getting a little heavy. Okay, so we're gonna bring up the Boss Bay panel. We gonna get into this conversation a little bit more.
I tried.
The Boss Bay panel. Where's the Boss Bay panel at? Here we go. Okay, we got a Boss Bay panel. Okay, we got 2 Boss Bay panel. Okay, we gonna add. Okay, and we gonna get. Devil likes to be in the middle. He has said before he likes to be in the middle. So we're gonna get that. And when my queen gets here, we gonna add her. Yeah, I got you, Double C. How you feeling? Look at my Boss Bays. Hey y'all. Hey. Look, Sassy ready for the BS. Y'all lucky I can't cuss on this because she is already ready. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see her face. What? Listen. Y'all, tonight on the Boss Bay panel, we've got the one and only soup cooler connoisseur. Miss Sassy Red is in the building, y'all. We also have the host and creator of several shows, including the Tag featured show, That Ain't Your Homie. Tag top streamer Big Double is in this thing. Hello. And of course, we have the one and only co-host of Penflow, co-host of Polytalk, and host of Donna After Dark. Y'all better tap in. It's Miss Belladonna's in the building, y'all. We've got a panel tonight. I'm excited. And I know, see, I told y'all we've been festering on this topic. Okay? There's a lot happening. So I'm really, this is the easy part for me. I get to sit back and y'all can just go crazy.
How you doing, Sassy?
Hey, sir. Hey.
Dang, it's just sir.
I got your back, bro. Don't worry, I got your back.
My hind paws are
boy.
itching. Let's get into it.
Man, the shenanigans are starting early. They ain't even get in all the way, and they starting. Okay, so like, am I tripping? Is that like these are the basic things of a relationship, right? Especially when it's monogamous, right? And the reason why I'm saying relationship is because, and I'm not the expert on this. We have an expert on the panel. I'm not, but what I will say is no matter what type of relationship you're in, whenever you are emotionally responsible and you operate with an ethical code, the same things apply, right? There are different rules, but the same things apply, the same ingredients, right? Integrity, honesty, transparency, forthcoming, right? So when we think about that, and no matter what relationship it is, when we think about that, how do you move forward whenever you're either accusing someone of not cutting their people off, or whenever you're not willing to cut people off whenever you said you want to be with somebody? What are we doing? Talk to me, y'all.
Come on, Sassy.
Hold on real quick. Can Double and Bella say something? Because I can only see Sassy. Has Double and Bella said anything?
You don't see them in the box?
We just got here.
They're in the. I can see them on another screen, but I can't see them in this screen. It's just me and
Turn
Sassy
your
Ray.
Wi-Fi on. You got to turn your Wi-Fi on so you can
I think
see
that's a
them
you
both.
thing. Yeah, I think we
Hey,
can all see them.
I can see them, but I just can't hear them. I mean, well, I can see them on that one. I just can't hear them. Period. Are they like? Can they say something or something like that?
Yo.
Hi.
Who?
Okay, I can't hear none of them, but Sassy.
Oh.
Tell them to try this airplane mode.
Try your airplane
Swear
mode.
to God, look, they're on that one, but I can't see them on this one.
So can you turn the one that you're streaming on down, turn the volume all the way down, and turn that one up?
Sure.
Well,
Well,
it's gonna echo.
It's probably gonna
yeah, I
echo.
can do that. Yeah,
If he
that's what I
turns
was
the
thinking
volume
about.
all the way down?
Yeah, I think it would echo.
Okay, so they're telling me in the chat to do the airplane mode.
All right.
Situationship Mobile is crazy. I feel like that's a great parody. If we want to, we can go and start. Okay, that sounds like y'all ever see Atlanta whenever they do like those like commercials? They like remake commercials and they look like real commercials, but they're like parodies. Very funny. No, yes, maybe. Okay, well, I feel like that would be a good concept. How we doing, Johnny?
Didn't work at all.
Didn't work at all.
It didn't work at all.
That's fantastic.
Hold on. Let me try this. Let me jump out and I'll be right back.
Ciao.
My bad. Just give me a second. This ain't. Hey, this tag.
Okay, so we should box down so he can be back.
Let me see. Do I know a song?
Okay. All right. It's been wonderful.
Oh my goodness, y'all. This is Modern Day Babe. My name is ELLE The Druggg. I don't know. I might have to do a song or a dance or something this week, y'all. I'm not really an entertainer. I mean, I could bust out some B maybe. Maybe we could bust out some B. I don't really know. Okay, we gonna try to make it work. But I'm interested, chat. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Am I tripping when we talk about like cutting people off or having a roster? Do y'all keep people on the back of the bus when you driving it? Let me know. What is a roster? Dangerous. That's all I'm saying. What is it? 2 daughters, right? I have 1 daughter.
I'm just happy I got my little brother double on here because I know he ain't gonna leave me by myself like this. I know he ain't.
He actually sent me a message and said he cannot box back up. Something happened with his service.
Ain't got to worry about my service.
There we go. We good now. Okay.
We're good now. All right, perfect. Oh.
That was Tag. That's how Tag been doing for like a week and a half.
Okay, we gonna double. You can be in the middle this time. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens.
All right, y'all. So now we back. All right, we back. We excited. We getting into this conversation. Am I tripping about this? Y'all heard the question. Do y'all want me to say the question again that Johnny posted, or am I tripping? Is that not the expectation? Talk to me.
Please, from the top. Can you please?
From the top. Why? Why do women expect men to cut off all their lovers? Okay, sorry. Why do women expect men to cut off all their lovers and take your word that you did the same?
So I'm just gonna say this.
Okay.
So it's been said. Brain said it in the comments. I'm a second that motion. I'm way too poly for this BS, for real. Because ain't nobody cutting off nothing for nobody.
Wow.
I had to say it.
So,
but I can tell you in my monogamous years, if we are dating, there is no cutting off of anything for dating. And until we are no longer dating, you don't have any type of exclusivity to me. So I'm not asking you to cut off your lovers, and you shouldn't be expecting me to cut off mine.
Is that agreement?
So here's what I love about this conversation. So Bella's saying, yeah, she's saying she's not cutting nobody off. But
I thought I was gonna be on the boat.
In the midst of dating.
Okay, but hold on. Are you speaking from the perspective of of polyamory, Johnny?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so very different, right? So because because I was totally prepared. I knew that this was going to be something that we have several people on the panel. I'm not telling nobody's business, but who can speak to this experience. So, but one of the things that I love about Poly Talk and that I love about you and Rainmaker is you use the term ethical non-monogamy.
Absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
similarities do monogamy and ethical non-monogamy have?
Ethical monogamy and ethical non-monogamy
Thank you.
have the similarities of being open, honest, transparent, even vulnerable, and effective communication. Period. So whether you are
We get Joe out of here.
monogamous or non-monogamous, you are communicating effectively, you are communicating openly about what's going on. Point blank and period.
So
Bars.
we're still telling the truth, no matter the
Absolutely.
relation. We're still being transparent.
Absolutely.
We're still operating on these ethics, on these morals.
100%.
We're not hiding anything. So
No.
there's a difference, right, in that energy already from what we're describing.
So I know a lot of times we hear this type of question and people have all these, it's men against women. It's really not. But because we've been conditioned this way, the assumption is that if you start dating someone as a woman, then you shouldn't be doing anything else with anybody else. But for men, it's okay to be out here and out here. But they don't be honest about that.
Mm.
But you expect me not to do anything. But you would prefer that I be honest if I am, but you won't be. See,
Bars.
the dichotomy of it just don't work for me.
Yeah.
When I was monogamous, I told whoever I'm dating, you are not the only one I entertain. Because what do I look like just dating you if I'm dating?
Right.
It don't make sense.
Bars.
And if you don't, if that's not a position you like, if you feel like you have to be the only one, you probably don't want to be here.
She said what she said.
And she said it honestly.
Yeah, I want to end this too. I want to end on this. Honesty, 100% will set you free, no matter what the dynamic is that you're dating in, for sure. But in the same case too, right? Man, woman, whatever, right? Date whoever you want, do whatever you want. Your life is your life. Can't nobody tell you what to do, what's right, or what's wrong. Cool, right? But with that being said, I'm not getting rid of nobody if we're just talking. You feel what I'm saying? But let's say the relationship is serious, no matter what the dynamic is, right? No matter what standpoint you got on it. People who are in your life who can be, I guess, a disaster to your relationship, you know what I'm saying? Whichever way you decide to take that, should go if things are serious. That's true. You know what I mean? So, for sure.
Should go how? Like be cut off or?
Yeah, for sure. Like, let's say it's, all right. So if you, I'm toxic, right? Cool, whatever. Don't judge me. Cool. But let's say you have somebody in your life that you know. Let's say you have somebody in your life that you know for sure that anytime they call, you answer, right? No matter what the situation is, right? So if you have somebody that you're trying to take serious, you should cut that person. You should cut that toxic person off. Like you should. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to, but I would suggest that you do, unless it's me. But, whatever.
Bruh.
Hey.
So what I'm interested in though is, I guess why would, my thing is, I come back to the idea of wanting to be with someone, right? And whenever you really want to be with someone and you wanted to make it work, right? You want to set yourself up to win. In my opinion, the way to do that is through honesty and transparency. So what does that say about the relationship or what you believe in when it comes to the relationship if you're willing to like kind of keep people just in case? What is that? Is it me? Like, talk to me. And Johnny, I'm serious. I truly am like
Is it
interested.
really a just in case kind of thing?
So what would you
What do you
call it,
mean?
Jesse?
I mean, I just wouldn't describe it as just in case.
How would you
I
describe
mean, I'm not saying, like I said, fall back. Okay, I fell back. Give me a little bit of credit for that. But you know, just
There's this thing that like
why do you? It's like, okay, let's say it like this. Like, if we stop talking on Thursday, there's a possibility I won't be back on something by Friday, if you understand what I'm saying. It's not like oh, well, it didn't. Double, stop doing that, man. See, man, hey, man, you supposed to be my homie, man. Come on, man. You back, man. I didn't describe myself as toxic. You did. I think well, heck, I might be toxic too. Who said that? Where did the come from?
it was a sound effect. Go ahead.
Put the plug in. I wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying? I'm just monogamous at the moment. I ain't cut them off. I just ain't dealing with them.
Okay, so let me ask this. If you ain't dealing with them, you're monogamous at the moment, then
Ain't no rings on it now.
Huh?
Ain't no rings on it now. We agreed on that. Okay.
Understood. But at what moment do you become non-monogamous again?
Monogamous or non-monogamous? I didn't hear what you said.
Non-monogamous. At what moment do you become non-monogamous again?
When it ain't working.
So you don't have the wherewithal to, and I'm not saying that everything has to work out, but the moment it doesn't work, assuming that you have tried, you put in effort, you've done the things, you've been honest, open, transparent communication, you've done emotional healing for yourself, shadow work, but it doesn't work out. Then you go back to being non-monogamous. Bro, that's just dating.
Well,
until you are monogamous again. You're still just dating.
But that's what the original question was, though, wasn't it?
The question didn't specify whether the situation was dating or relationship. That was the biggest issue I had. There was no specificity to that. So that's why I specifically said, if I'm dating when I was monogamous, I was still open and transparent about that, because no, you are not the only one. But I am now currently polyamorous, so I can date whoever does so-and-so and such I want to.
So then in that sense, then I guess I was describing more so dating than in a relationship, because by the time, by the way you're defining it, wouldn't it be by the time you're in a relationship, we're monogamous, we're not doing nothing, and the third, all that other good stuff that comes with all that other good stuff.
If you're monogamous and you make that agreement,
right? So,
but then why have people on the back end, on the wayside, fall back and wait until you are out of that situation?
Okay. I know y'all gonna judge me, especially Sassy Red, because I know she done judged me 39 times since I've been in here. But yeah, I can see it on your face. Yeah. But I pose this question to Toxic Double down there in the corner. Do they ever really leave?
No.
That depends.
Well, he answered the question.
Oh my!
Specifically for him, they don't ever really leave. So I'm
trying to be a monk.
You can cut. Oh my God.
Oh man.
What do you mean? Do they ever really leave? What do you mean?
Sound like he dating roaches.
Bruh, like
What I
what?
wanna
Just call it
say-
what it is at this point. Y'all be trying to find any way to make cheating acceptable. The shit's not acceptable, goddamn it.
Oh, people
Oh,
both
sorry,
sound
we
like-
featured.
sound like y'all both on the same side of the street.
She ain't talking about me.
Nah, you
I
said,
mean-
but you agreed though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They sound like y'all on the same side of the street.
Now, don't get me started tonight, Sassy. We'll save it for after the show, all right? Because Lord knows you can be one of those roaches, Sassy.
I'm just
Lord
not
knows
even.
You can be one of those roaches,
Never
all right?
Not even in your wildest dreams. You tried it. Extremely.
I'll try it again later.
Not at all.
Insect
Don't
love.
try it all.
Insect love is crazy. We might have to get that hashtag. We might have to make that a hashtag, y'all. Hashtag insect love, okay?
Insect love.
Okay, they're here for it all.
Listen, I promise you, if you make it clear to most women, I won't say all because all ain't all. To most women, when you make it clear that you no longer have an interest, you no longer choose to deal with them in any way, shape, or form, they will leave you to so and such alone. You ain't gotta make it you ain't gotta go through a whole lot of motion with me. You stop communicating, I've already got the memo. Appreciate it.
So
No call, no show.
I know where you at, and I know where Double at. But oh, Sassy over here. I mean, can you
may not want to know
like,
that, bruh.
Sure?
I feel like I
Sure.
know
that.
I've been sitting here for a minute just trying to find it. I'm finding it. I'm finding it. My hind parts is itching just at the conversation, but just for clarity sake, okay. I mean, to me, I don't know if it's the Capricorn in us, but I feel like if you're in a dating process, then I feel like, you date each other. You speak with other people, you deal with the people as you may. To me, in my big old age, I'm too grown to be sitting around on the sidelines hoping and wishing that you call me, you text me. I'm like, no call, no show. I'm like, if I don't hear from you, to me, I've taken that as a sign that you're not interested, because clearly this is the pattern that you're creating with me. So, I'm on to the next. I believe in a good roster in the midst of me dating. But if we in a relationship and you like, oh, I got something on the back burner, trust and believe. So do I. Grits in the pan for your behind. Because you trying me and you playing in my face. Not if we in a relationship, you got somebody on the back burner. Trust and believe it's gonna be you or your clothes. Something is happening.
It's just wild to me because it's like, we hear these things, rightfully so, again, on the internet with these clickbait topics, right? But we hear these things like, a woman can't have a certain body type, body count, right? A woman has to do this and and it's like, you want all that and you want a good woman. You're not looking in places where good women are, and then you're not treating good women the way that they need to be treated. So how then could you attract a good woman? Which means, yes, you will be in the cycle forever of continuing to break up because things won't work out. But roaches. Is that self-sabotage? Or is that, you get what I'm saying? Like, because at some point we have to acknowledge that, like, if you want the type of woman that y'all say is wifey material, this behavior won't get her.
Exactly.
She is going to have the expectation that, yes, you're cutting people off. What do I look like? If she's monogamous. And if she's not, she's going to have the expectation that you're being upfront, honest, and transparent with her. Because what do you think this is? Like, we're too old to be playing games. And I feel like that's a game. I feel like that's, one of what that does is it gives a very easy excuse to allow other things into your relationship. When instead of going up the hill with your partner.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Endangerment, entanglements. That's what that sounds like.
Endangerment. We on the hashtags tonight. Endangerment, entanglements.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Hello.
With the exception of calling the greater or lesser population, I believe the word was roaches. How do you know whether or not you got a roach or not?
Oh,
How long does it take to find that out?
I'm like, because the thing is, I'm like, if you sifting for surface level. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that goes deeper than values, morals, responsibility, all of that. Clearly that's just what it is. You looking for a good time, somebody to play around with, that might be them. Because the ones that I know that's out here, holding themselves to a higher standard, has values, you look confused because you seem like them ain't the type of women that you go for. But that might be the telltale for you too. When they start acting strange and that they're not asking you for money, asking you to pay for their bills and everything else, that might be, according to what you used to. But the ones that got their own stuff going on, that's mature, you know,
That's
that might be the difference.
is that over a period of time, or are you supposed to know that off of rip?
I mean, within time, you do know. I'm
So
like,
so
depending on who you are, it may take longer for some.
so what's a reasonable time to just say, you know what, I'm gonna cut all these chicks? I'm supposed to do that at rip, or like?
Yeah, I can't speak for you because I don't know your
No,
tolerance
I'm
level.
not talking
My
about me. I'm just
tolerance,
talking about it in general.
my tolerance level is real shout. Just,
But
I see
it
foolishness at
depends.
the beginning. We cutting it off.
Yeah, it
So,
depends. Like you have to first of all determine, are
Mm-mm.
you a roach?
Mm, mm-mm.
Because it's gonna be very hard for you to tell the difference if you already a roach. And by roach, I'm gonna say an F boy. If you a F
Uh-oh.
boy and you trying to weed out the F girl, so to speak,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be hard to do it because they look
Mm.
like you.
so, and you bring
And
up,
like you.
and
Hold
you,
on, I had a quick
you,
quick question just so I get some clarity real quick. Double, what are you?
I am a panelist on the Modern Day Show, and I'm here every single Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. You know what I'm saying?
shout out to the plug. Shout out to the plug. That's my other
That's
half.
the
Please
name.
stop
That's
playing
how
with
you
him.
do it, double.
Scraw is in the building. Hey, girl. I see you, mamas. Okay, so here's what I want to ask because this is the kind of I want to get to this question. And y'all, we are gonna run just a little bit late tonight. I'm sorry. We wasn't here last week, so we could go over a few minutes. Okay. But here's my question. Um, how does dating from suspicion instead of sincerity affect men emotionally? And how might it affect his ability to lead with honor? Right? Like that's
Mm.
ultimately what I want to get to. So like if this is the way that we're saying that men operate or should operate or do operate or whatever, what have you, what does that do? How does that affect men emotionally? Right? Like what are the ramifications of that? And then how might that affect his ability to lead honorably? Let's get into it. What do you guys think?
Let's start
I
the show off with
mean,
sassy.
Pretty
Johnny
much.
laughed. I don't know. Johnny had a hearty
Oh
laugh.
yeah, I laugh, but there ain't no way in hell I'm answering this question first. So go ahead and bring it around. Go ahead,
you,
yeah. I'm good.
you the
I,
host. I mean, you the co-host. I
I
mean,
feel you on
you
that,
the
but
guest.
let's start on you, baby. Go
No,
ahead.
I mean,
Ain't happening. Go ahead.
you the guest. So we,
No, whoever, honestly. It's fine, Sassy. Go ahead.
mm. I don't feel like that resides in that person. You know what I mean? If you're looking to play around, you looking for, whatever. I don't feel like you're that person that's like, oh, I'm just, I'm gonna get. I feel like you have to get to that. You have to get to a point of growth, maturity to say, hey, I'm gonna cut them off. I'm gonna, live and lead a better life for me because it starts with you. I don't feel like at some point, if you that F boy, you thinking, I don't even think that's in your wheelhouse to think about that. To say like, oh, I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna be honest and open with her. And I feel like you're gonna live your wild and reckless life and do what you choose to do until you grow up or you stay the same.
Mm, that's that emotional responsibility. That's that emotional
absolutely.
responsibility.
Let's
I
go, Bella.
Men that choose not to be accountable for their own emotions and to work on their own healing and shadow work and all these things
Oh
end
Lord.
up in situationships that they're never gonna grow from.
Mm.
Mm,
And the effect of leadership is not leadership. Don't nobody want to follow BS. Not, let me say it this way. The type of woman that you would really want and need, that's grown, that's going to help you elevate, is not going to follow BS.
Mm.
So your choices are grow up, get you some therapy, shadow work, do what you got to do, and stop being an F word.
Okay, word of the hour. I got this, and then I'll let you do your thing, Johnny. I got you. Can you please repeat the question so I can answer it properly? Love to answer properly.
How does dating from suspicion instead of sincerity affect men emotionally? And how might it affect his ability to lead with honor?
Because curiosity kills the cat. And next thing you know, you feel I'm saying, you got the blonde leading the blonde. You end up getting with somebody who can't even comprehend, you feel I'm saying, what you've been trying to do because you don't even vet this person. And then next thing you know, you can't lead her because she don't even understand how to listen. She don't understand how to follow. So that's how you can't lead her, because she don't even understand how to follow, you feel I'm saying? So you should have did some research of who you was even getting into the situation with in the first place. You know what I mean?
No. No, we don't. And words are an amazing thing. It's crazy how you can put them together and not say anything. I just
can I get on that for just a second? So again, who wants to listen to BS? So it's not always that you can't listen. We don't want to listen to you in your BS. What did Jill Scott say? If you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me.
Come on.
If you can't tell me what to do,
you can't tell me what to do.
Okay, I know a verbal attack when I hear one. Johnny, come on, man. Bring it home, brother. We got this.
It's not an attack, it's just fact.
And a hush comes over Jerusalem.
Look, let me tell you something.
It's a great show.
Goodness gracious. Well, since I know this is probably my last time being on this show.
No, not even. This is fun. We have fun, Johnny. You come back.
You gotta
crawl before you walk, bro.
You gotta when that's a tall ask for a man, in my opinion, based off of your question. Cut everything off. The final frontier is once you get married. Once you get married, that's when you go from dating to a relationship. A woman's gonna change. She's gonna do things you like, all that other good stuff. As a man, you're supposed to figure out, is she doing this junk just to get there and get to the next phase? I feel like women are raised to like be married. Guys, they are too, but I think it's more different for a female. I think there's different outcomes for marriage. I just don't feel like once you get married, it's over with. That's when you really find out what you got. That's when I found out what I got. And I wasn't having that junk. That junk was different. So I had to bail out of that junk. So to answer your question, I feel like don't do that. Don't do that. Hey,
stick a fork in him. He's done, guys.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. In all disparity, I just can't do it.
Great. This is great.
Glad you're being honest with yourself, Johnny.
I mean,
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you can't, no one's judging you for that, right? Because everybody has but like the thing is the honesty.
Well, I wouldn't tell somebody to cut everybody off and then keep what I got on the side. Like I'd keep that part 50-50. But at the same time, I wouldn't tell the chick to cut everybody off while I still have somebody. So to say that in terms of, okay, I want to be monogamous, I'd expect her to be monogamous too. But then you're just going off of assumption at that point, aren't you?
No.
And hopes, prayers.
Just ask.
For what?
What do you mean ask? Like people lie. That's not even
you
logical.
lie, and that's why you expect people to lie to you.
Like women don't lie. Women cheat too.
Yes.
But you the one that's,
Everybody.
you know what I'm saying? You the one saying that you can't control yourself because you want to date multiples. If that's what you choose to do, then that's what you choose to do. And it's not to say that people don't cheat. People be cheating, but at the same time, I feel like if my end goal is I want to be married, I want to be in a long-term serious relationship, and I'm letting you know that up front. But you know on the back end, like hold on, 'cause, Shashinka Shay got a hold on me, okay, and you just can't let the rest of the roaches loose, then it's gonna be a problem. Whether you tell me the truth, whether I ask you or whether I find out, it's gonna be a problem, honey.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, where's the truth in that? If I ask you, are you dealing with other females, and you tell me what's your response?
Roaches need love too. And what about how come ain't nobody addressed doubt? A large factor to keeping women on your roster is doubt. I doubt she's doing the same thing.
It's not doubt.
But
It's fear.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not saying all men. I'm just saying, or necessarily even me. But doubt can play a factor. Can you agree with that?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like we can go into this over and over again, and
I might.
here because I'm not here to ridicule what you're doing. If that's what you're doing, I don't even know, right? My thing is, if we want different results, right? If we actually want to move the needle in this gender war, if we actually want to have workable relationships, partnerships, right? If the goal is to then to actually have the pursuit of happiness, right? And to actually conquer that and to be happy, live well, all of that, right? Then at some point we have to let go of whatever it is that's blocking you from, like, you know what I'm saying, like giving that to someone.
Rainmaker went through all of those emojis to find some roaches.
Apparently. He found them though.
Okay.
Shout out to the roaches.
And that's what you noticed.
But see, that's the thing. You see how I'm sitting here giving you game and you focused on the roaches? You see how I'm up here giving you game and you focused on the roaches?
I'm listening. Wow. So men can't multitask now? This is crazy.
That's the problem in the first place. Y'all be trying to multitask when you need to focus.
What's the question? What's the question?
Right. Notes came out last week, Sassy. Last week.
No, I'm asking him because he missed the multitask. What's the question? What's the question since we're multitasking? I'm judging. Carry on. Carry on.
I love me some Sassy.
I really do though. Whenever, like, honestly, if you sit and you think about the ramifications of this behavior over time to the masses of the species, I'll say it right, like of men, for real, honestly, what does that look like? That is going to be men who are insecure, men who don't have the confidence to lead, men who don't have the ability to tell the truth or to say no, which also means men who don't know how to stand up for what they believe in or don't have beliefs. That is a very dangerous world. That is a very unstable world.
That's where they're going to be, in the unstable section. I mean,
unstable section.
I'm like, we live in a world to where it's a melting pot of people. You know what I mean? To me, I feel like I've gotten to the point to where if I'm an evolved person, if I've done the work, if I know what my values is, I know what my boundaries are, you know what I mean? I know what it looks like when I see, a booger wolf coming my way that doesn't deserve my time and my attention. Now, some people that have not done the work, some people that have not, that don't know the difference, I'm just saying. For those that may not know, that's where you're going to remain until either you find someone that may teach you the way, how to seek these things out, and how to make your life better in ways that you never thought about. That could be the difference. But some people, they live their whole life long, maybe in that same situation, and telling themselves they don't want to be with nobody. They just, they want them all. And I'm like, more power to you. Just don't come my way. Okay. Long as you know your lane, I know my lane, we good. We don't have to cross paths. Thank you. Stay out of my way.
I think we attract what we reflect. what is already in us and we attract what we need, but we don't always recognize it in a way that we can take it for what it is and help us elevate, evolve. Oftentimes we see it, it makes us uncomfortable because it requires growth and change. And we don't want to do that because we're comfortable in the mess of whatever it is that we are right now. We're comfortable here because I don't have to do as much work here. And if I try to go there, that means I'm gonna have to be uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to do something I've not done before or not been successful at doing before. And I'm gonna have to keep doing that. Once I maintain that level, then I gotta go to the next level. I'm gonna have to do something else. We get comfortable here. So we attract what is comfortable here and will keep us here. And we attract what will help us elevate, but we still have a choice to make. What choice do you make?
What choice do you make? I think that's I'm gonna let Devil say something else, but that's I think that was the mic drop right there. That was fire. What choice do you make? You want to add any?
People are attracted to broken pieces of themselves. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely a fact for sure. And we steady seem to chase, you know what I mean, the same person that we know we're not supposed to have over and over too sometimes. So
yeah.
Devil, you're right.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You've been right all night. Thank you.
Y'all seen y'all? Yeah, I think y'all saw in the group. She said I was waiting for this topic too. She said I was waiting, so I knew we had to go on ahead and make this happen. But
we gonna talk after this.
Sassy's been wrong though. Sassy's been wrong.
Look, y'all done put look, she read look. And exactly, dangerous. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is a lot of times we end up seeing those things in people because we're attracted to them because they're things that we want. But then they force us to look at ourselves and realize that we're not ready for that sometimes, you know? Just because we want it doesn't mean that we're ready for it. But I guess that's a topic for another day. So I'm going to go on ahead and this out. I'm going to let the Boss Babe panel do their outros. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for being patient with me through last week and for showing up with smiling faces and wonderful content. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, do your outros, and Box Down Johnny, you stay here with me for a second.
Yeah.
All right, this is your girl, Sassy Red. That's too cool, kind of so. Okay, y'all know y'all can check me out every other Tuesday here. Thank y'all for having me. I'm in.
I am Belladonna, co-host to the feature show Pen Flow with Rainmaker, also co-host to Poly Talk with Rainmaker, and host of my own show, Donna After Dark. We are watching a Christmas movie this week, so check me out. Peace and love, y'all.
Big double, not the little one. You know what I mean? My shows be back soon and all that too. You feel what I'm saying? Another phenomenal episode for sure. But I do want to say that some people don't let anything go or anyone go. So we did find out tonight, thanks to Sassy Red, that if that woman is clingy, she is a roach. For sure. If that woman is clingy, she is a roach. But it's okay. If you are out there and you want to put another nigga on your roster, call me. The fuck?
Oh boy.
It is after 12.
It is. They follow the rules. I can't be mad at them. Oh goodness. So we're gonna get into Elle Said It, but before I do that, I do want to give a big shout out. We saw Lito in here. That is our tech support for the show. It is his birthday, you guys. Well, it was until 8 minutes ago, but we're still celebrating. Lito, happy birthday. We said at the beginning of the show, but happy birthday. Thank you for making it in. I hope you had an amazing day, and we will take shots. Okay. Shout out to you. Happy birthday. All right. So let's get into
take a shot now.
Not right now. We gotta do Elle Said It first.
Oh, where?
Yeah, you know, it's time for Elle Said It. I need a little jingle for this. We're gonna work on that for 2026. But okay, you guys, it is time for Elle Said It, the part of the show where I break down my final thoughts and key takeaways from tonight's conversation. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I wrote this based on the questions that I was asking. We didn't get to many of them. We did not get to many of them. So I'm gonna say my piece on the topic. Excuse me. So just bear with me though, okay? Because this we had to let this conversation have a mind of its own, okay? So Here is the truth, you guys. Love cannot grow in the shadow of suspicion. When we build relationships on double standards, on outdated gender scripts, on the assumption that women are dishonest and men are incapable of transparency, everybody loses. Okay. Expecting exclusivity is not control, it's clarity. Offering loyalty is not weakness, it's emotional maturity, right? The danger of this line of thinking is simple. When you walk into love expecting betrayal, you create the very distance that you fear. When you walk into love expecting betrayal, you create the very distance you fear. When you demand loyalty you're unwilling to give, you plant imbalance. And when you approach people like they're suspects instead of partners, you sabotage the intimacy you claim to want. Real love requires real accountability. It requires courage. It requires choosing partnership over paranoia. So if you want a relationship where loyalty is real, where trust is mutual, and where connection can breathe, you have to lead with the maturity you hope to receive. So ask yourself, can the love I desire exist in the mindset I'm defending? And if the answer is no, this episode will be available for playback on YouTube. Okay, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe while you're there. And if anybody asks you, make sure you tell them hashtag Elle said it. All right, this week's affirmation is I attract relationships rooted in clarity, honesty, and mutual respect. I choose partners who meet me with the same loyalty, maturity, and integrity that I offer. All right. Oh, DJ Rich Beast is going to come out here and get us going with the vibes, okay? But before he does that, I want to thank our co-host this week for being here tonight, for sharing your time, your energy, for being here. I know you got a little beat up. That wasn't the intent, but I enjoyed.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
I
period.
found love with Sassy. I think Sassy is Sassy's that one in a million right
She's
there.
that
You
one.
know what I'm saying?
Look,
Yeah.
you gonna have to cut him off now. I don't know if you was here for the conversation.
Call me a Build-A-Bear.
This man. Johnny, please do your outro. Let the people know where they can find you. What you got going on? Where can they tap in with you, man?
We just had the season finale of Laugh at the Throne, so that's not gonna be on to season 8 of that. You can catch me this Friday at Miss Unique with co-host Double. I'm also a co-host for Miss Unique on that show as well. Me and Florida got a nomination for the awards coming up for the 2025 with Jamila.
The Cav Awards.
You know what? I can't say what?
The Cav Awards. Congratulations.
That's what it was. They had the thing on it. I was like, yo, I didn't look at it. What it was. Thankful. We got an award on that, and you can catch me on Venus versus Mars the next season when she starts that as well, which is next month sometime, early next month sometime. And that's it. That's what you got for me.
Period.
Thank you for having me, Elle. I appreciate that, John. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we became such good friends and all that stuff. And we agree in so much things, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand how much the connection between me and you have been so far. Like, it's
listen,
really
anytime you want to have these conversations, you call me.
Absolutely
I'll come.
not. Never again.
What you mean?
Never again. We are friends. We're distant friends, but close friends. Like, nah. And then they talking about in the comments part 2. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, who? What you talking about?
Johnny, what you mean? You said you had fun. I said you can come back anytime.
Look. Here's the funny thing about it, right? So I think you sent me that a month ago. Mm-hmm. It might have not been quite a month, but it was close to a month ago. Mm-hmm. So when you said the question, I was like, and then like you said, I said off the dome. So when you said it, I was like, I said that?
That just tells me you ain't read the notes, Johnny. That just tells me you ain't read the notes.
No. I read all that stuff, but I don't know what was going on. I thought it was, I didn't know it was like, I didn't think you was going to even take that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I literally, you told me to fill it out, and then I filled it out. Like, I didn't even waste no time. I was like, all right, she want me to fill this thing out. I was filling it out. I picked the song. Song was fire. Appreciate that.
Yes.
You did your thing with that junk. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? This is what I got going on. And I did that. I tried to do that. I tried to do that for Elle. I ain't disappointed. He said, yeah, cancel last week. No problem. Don't worry about that, John. Can you do it next week? Most definitely. I can't tell you no. I got a problem. I don't have commitment problems. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need. Whatever you need. Hey, I'm a nice guy. I did a whole hour argument about something that I necessarily didn't. I do agree with it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did. I was with it the whole time. I wasn't
Johnny,
lying the whole time. I was telling my truth.
Listen,
That was my truth.
you are welcome back anytime. Okay, we can always differ in opinions. I'm always respectful. You're always respectful. You're welcome back anytime. I mean that.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let me know something then. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all favor Johnni Blaze in the building. Okay. Gotchi's in the building too. She's a Sagittarius. Shout out to her. Birthday was last week. Shout out to you, Gotchi. Happy belated. Okay. Let's get DJ Rich up here. Let's get some vibes going. We gonna get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. That was an amazing show. I had so much fun. Sometimes it's fun to freestyle with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that is a wrap. Thank you for joining us tonight on Modern Day Bay. I want to give a special shout out to tonight's guest co-host, Mr. Johnni Blaze. Y'all, thank you to this week's Boss Bay panelists as well. We have Big Double, Miss Sassy Red, and Bella Donna in the building. Okay. In the building. And thank you to the Modern Day Bay production team, Casper, Barry, King Lido, my DJ, and music sponsor, DJ Rich Beats, and our videographer and media sponsor, Tawag CEO. I will meet y'all back in 2026. I think we're going to be back in 2026. I don't know, y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. We going to see. We might do a little fun Christmas episode, but I'll keep y'all posted. So make sure y'all following the Instagram. But until then, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This might be until next week. It might be till next year. So I'm going to say it slow so y'all can understand. Luxury lives in you. So claim that shit. Be that shit. Live that shit. All right? You deserve it. I love y'all. Good night.
That's the MDB, and that's the queendom for me. And if we all up in the queendom, it's about 11 p.m. Eastern time, where you find a whole lot of them dimes on the ass. Fuck the L and sit back, get different with dirty rap.
Modern Day Bay like that.
Boss babe, kind of where you at. Your boy needs some advice with a little bit of laughs. ELLE The Druggg, speak the truth, it don't be like no cap. Every Tuesday, I be waiting on that feature. Bright purple ribbon cooking in it, they be preaching. ELLE The Druggg, speak the truth, it don't be like no cap. ELLE The Druggg, speak the truth, it don't be like no cap. ELLE The Druggg, speak the truth, it don't be like no cap. ELLE The Druggg, speak the truth, it don't be like no cap.
Yeah. All right, y'all, if you are tapped in on another platform, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tapping into Modern Day Bay. We will be having the after show over on Tag. So if you want to tap in, y'all can download the app and come on over.